Introduction. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is one of America's most cherished holiday traditions, marking the start of the holiday season with its grand spectacle of floats, balloons, marching bands, and performances. Each year, millions of people flock to the streets of New York City, while millions more tune in on their televisions to watch this incredible parade. But how did it all begin? What is the story behind this iconic event? In this video, we'll take a journey through the visual history of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, from its humble beginnings to the extravaganza we know today. The birth of the Macy's Parade. The story of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade begins in 1924, when Macy's department store decided to create an event that would celebrate the season and draw attention to the store's holiday offerings. At the time, the store was already famous for its elaborate Christmas window displays, and they wanted to extend that festive spirit to the streets. The first parade was a modest affair, with employees dressing up in costumes, live animals, and a few simple floats. The route stretched from Harlem to the Macy's flagship store in Herald Square. Though there were no massive balloons or spectacular floats like we see today, the parade was a hit, with over 250,000 spectators lining the streets. The parade was so successful that Macy's decided to make it an annual event, a decision that would change the course of Thanksgiving traditions in the United States. The first balloons. One of the defining features of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is its giant balloons. In 1927, just a few years after the parade's debut, the iconic balloon aspect was introduced. The first giant balloons were inspired by the popular comic strip characters of the time, such as Felix the Cat. These early balloons were large but much smaller than the gigantic ones we see today. They were made from rubber and papier-mâché and were designed to be inflated on-site using air compressors. The first balloons were such a hit that they became a regular feature of the parade, and over time, they grew in size and complexity. Today, the balloons are some of the most anticipated and celebrated aspects of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The rise of famous characters. Over the years, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade began to feature more and more iconic characters from popular culture. From Mickey Mouse to Superman, the parade became an opportunity to showcase larger-than-life versions of beloved characters. In 1934, a balloon of the Mickey Mouse character was introduced, cementing the parade's connection to iconic figures from film and cartoons. These character balloons continued to be a major highlight of the parade, and as animation and comics grew in popularity, the parade adapted to reflect these cultural trends. The iconic Snoopy balloon, which made its debut in 1968, is one of the most beloved and enduring figures in the parade's history. The war years and the parade's resilience. Like many events, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade faced challenges during World War II. In 1942, the parade was briefly suspended due to the war effort, and for several years, the balloons were grounded because rubber and helium were being reserved for the war. However, the parade quickly resumed, and by the late 1940s, it was back in full swing, more popular than ever. During this time, the parade also began to include a wider variety of performers, including marching bands, dance troupes, and celebrity appearances. The addition of these performances brought a new level of excitement and spectacle to the parade, making it an even more important part of Thanksgiving Day celebrations. Television and the global reach. In the 1950s, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade became a staple of American television. The first televised broadcast of the parade occurred in 1952, bringing the spectacle into the homes of millions of people across the country. This was a game changer, as it allowed people who couldn't attend the parade in person to experience the magic of the event. Over the years, the parade's television broadcast grew, and in 1963, the parade began airing nationally, with NBC securing the rights to broadcast the event. This television presence solidified the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade as a key part of American holiday culture and has made it a global phenomenon. The parades of today. Today, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade has evolved into a massive, dazzling event that stretches for over 2.5 miles and features a vast array of floats, balloons, marching bands, and performers. Some of the most iconic aspects of the parade include the giant balloons of characters from Disney, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Elmo, as well as the elaborately decorated floats that reflect different themes each year. The parade also showcases musical performances from Broadway shows, celebrity appearances, and the Macy's Great American Marching Band, creating an unforgettable visual and auditory experience for the millions who watch each year. Technological advancements. Over the years, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade has embraced technological advancements to improve the experience for both live audiences and those watching on television. In the 1990s, the parade began to incorporate computerized lighting and special effects on its floats. The introduction of high-definition television and drone footage has allowed viewers to experience the parade in more detail than ever before. In recent years, the inclusion of interactive features and live streaming has also made the parade more accessible to a global audience. Despite the growing size and complexity of the event, the parade has retained its core spirit of joy, creativity, and celebration. The cultural impact of the parade. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is more than just a festive event. It has become a cultural touchstone for generations of Americans. For many, watching the parade is as much a part of the Thanksgiving tradition as the meal itself. The parade reflects American culture, bringing together a diverse mix of performers, artists, and celebrities to celebrate the country's shared values. The event also highlights the importance of community and tradition, with volunteers working tirelessly to bring the parade to life each year. It represents the spirit of giving thanks, not just for the holiday, but for the rich and diverse culture that makes the United States unique. Conclusion. From its humble beginnings in 1924 to its current status as one of the world's most iconic parades, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade has become an enduring symbol of holiday cheer, American culture, and community. With its larger-than-life balloons, breathtaking floats, and world-class performances, the parade has evolved into a beloved event that captures the spirit of Thanksgiving and kicks off the holiday season for millions. As we look back at the visual history of the Macy's Parade, we see a celebration of creativity, tradition, and unity that continues to inspire and entertain generations.